We are back with another dev log for Revenant, and today we're going to be focusing on the story on Revenant, as well as some changes and improvements that have been made since the last video. So let's begin. Alright, so Revenant is set in the same universe as my other game Borderline, go check it out by the way, and is set in the year 2009 in the fictional nation of Velikosia. Velikosia is basically a modernized version of the USSR and is located above the North Caucasus region, bordering Russia, Ukraine, and Georgia. Its capital, Velikosia, is located in the Krasnodar Krai region, I just probably screwed that name up, where the city of Krasnodar would be located. In the game's timeline, Velikosia was established shortly after the collapse of the USSR, and many communist hardliners fled to this region and declared themselves independent. And in 1993, the UN recognized it as an independent state after the region overwhelmingly voted for independence.
Approved!
Now more about Velikosia. As said before, Velikosia is similar to the USSR, basically being a remnant of an older time. The country claims to be a communist republic, but functions more like a totalitarian state. This brings us to 2009, the game's year. Years of totalitarian rule have begun to take its toll on the people of Velikosia, and recently, the Velikosia government has been reducing its restrictions on free speech, with peaceful protests finally being legalized in late 2008, a historic move for the nation. As a result, massive protests have broken out, calling for freedom and democracy, and a list of long other things. Extremist ideologies rise in the chaos, taking advantage of the political instability, and it all comes to a head on January 4th. Velikosia celebrates Velikosia Day on January 4th, which is the country's equivalent to America's July 4th, or its Independence Day. During the Velikosia parade, an unknown organization carries out a terrorist attack on an unprecedented scale. The terrorists release chemical bombs in Velograd, releasing an extremely deadly gas that kills a person almost immediately upon inhalation. The chemical bombs cause massive evacuations of the city, and thousands of people die or are injured from the gas, including some government officials. This sends Velikosia into chaos as people call for retribution, and to find the people responsible for the attack. In response to the attack, Velikosia established the Velikosia Security Service, or VSS for short. The VSS is basically the KGB and CSTFO combined, with its main goal being counter-terrorism operations. This brings us to our main protagonist. Nikolai Trotsky is your average veteran, having served for a decade in the Velikosia army, and is in his mid-30s. Coming from a relatively poor family, he joined the army out of desperation and for a source of income. Nikolai quickly proved his worth within the army, and when the government was picking new agents for the VSS, Nikolai was a prime candidate. Nikolai is cold, calculating, and cynical, having seen what the VSS really is. Draco Fedin is the skilled marksman of the team, known for his deadly aim and accuracy. From a young age, Draco hunted a lot with his father, which is how Draco is really accurate. Despite being older than Nikolai, with Draco being in his late 30s, Draco joined the army later than Nikolai, which is why he's less experienced than Nikolai. He is also very religious, being an Orthodox Christian, with Draco often reading the Bible in his free time. He also uses his religion to rationalize the bad things he has to do while working as a VSS agent. Draco is humorous, sarcastic, and pretty social. He gets along well with his comrades. Lastly, we have Alexei Asimov. Alexei Asimov is a fresh member of the VSS, having just completed VSS training and finally being put in the field. Alexei is in his mid-20s and is very patriotic and ready to serve his country, blinded by Veliko's propaganda. He also has a younger sister named Natasha, who's 19, but she's important right now. He's pretty naive and patriotic due to years of Velikosia propaganda conditioning, but at his core, Alexei's good-natured and loyal to his comrades.